hold on. Okay, so let's take a step back because I know some of the people you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Eddie Murphy didn't have an inflated ego?
No.
Really? Eddie Murphy?
I don't know how happy. I mean, I know Eddie in a, like we knew each other a little bit more before, but he doesn't seem like the great thing about Eddie is like he's always maintained a kind of normalcy, on a large part and a relatability. I think he lost a little bit of that when he got super famous, but he's still a guy, man. He's like, I used to go to his house for the fight parties and stuff.
Right.
So it's like he still seemed to be down to earth and whatever, but he seems very introspective. He's like a much more serious guy, in my assessment of him. But when I say inflated ego, no, Eddie Murphy doesn't seem to have an inflated ego. I've never seen that. When I say inflated ego, it's like, I can never be wrong and whatever. No, Eddie Murphy is a real intellectual. He's a real deep dude.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Kanye has a very inflated ego, obviously.
And he's happy. Are you just backing up what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
that's
he's
what I'm
definitely
saying.
yeah. I mean, Kanye. Yeah, but there's also, I think, bipolar disorder that kind of goes into that equation and so
chicken
forth.
and the egg.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
guess
telling
you're right.
you, my opinion. And we first start talking about women. My heart goes out if you allow the sycophants to build up who you are. You're not heading into a good place. And people are going to worship you because of how beautiful you are or whatever. And not many people are going to really be honest with you, will love you for who you are. And, about loving somebody is loving their flaws just as much as anything else, because your flaws really make you who you are more than your attributes.
I mean, Prince had a huge ego. I mean, I've interviewed people around him, and I've had some interesting stories from like Apollonia to Morris Day and so forth. And he's done a lot of weird shit around his ego and who he
There's a reason why he's not here, man.
Yeah, he also checked out, somewhat early. I'm sure Michael Jackson's ego was ridiculous, and
yeah, man. It was
once again, you have a living doctor that just prescribes
if you
ridiculous
didn't do the work
medicine
before
to
you got famous. That's what's going to put you out. I remember. Do you remember Terence Trent D'Arby?
Of course.
When there was a time that Terence Trent D'Arby, Prince, and Michael Jackson were kind of.
People felt that Terence Trent D'Arby was going to be the next Prince.
Exactly.
And Wishing Well was a hell of a song, but that was the
that
end
whole
of it.
album was.
It was a great album.
Was tremendous.
I bumped that album to death. Yeah, great album. And that was the end of it.
Yeah, but check it. But,
after that, it was all downhill.
But hear what I'm saying. It's like Terence Trent D'Arby, right? Remember, there was a certain time where he saw that machinery happening, and he said no. He stepped the hell back.
Is that what happened?
Terence Trent D'Arby is alive and well today. He changed his name. He stepped back off of that.
He's Tony now.
It's Sananda, actually.
Tony D.
But he's an amazingly talented dude. But he stepped the hell back. He's here. The others are not. Rest my case.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So there is a value. There's a quality of life thing that that you step off of that damn Ferris wheel, because you see where you're headed. And honestly, sometimes when I glimpse things, and I've been around a lot of folks, a lot of very influential folks. And the way I look at it is like, I look at the person for who they are. I don't give a damn about all that fame shit. Who are you? And sometimes I'm like, man, I feel for him because to be this juggernaut, to create this thing, sometimes people are living a alternate universe, and people, like I said, are not honest with them. And you see them just get lost. They don't know where the hell they are, because you mean so much to people, especially musical people. Not so much for actors, but musical people, they touch people's souls. People have cathartic like experiences behind music. And so people feel like you're part of them. So they treat you completely different. Like Toni Braxton and I, really good friends, like me hanging with her, like to see the response that people have to her because they got married to her music, they made children to her music, that whole thing, that's something that's another level, you know? And, you know, Keith Sweat, my cousin, like all those people, that it's a different thing when you're a musical person.
Yeah.